They're like my favorite podcast to listen to.
Get a sound check.
All right.
Yeah.
You have you laughing all over this thing.
Dude, I love them.
Here we go! It's the Triforce.
Have you ever wondered about taking a personality test just to find out what Pokemon nature you are and then be told what Pokemon you are?
I did that on Facebook the other day.
Yeah, well, turns out there was a Pokemon game back in the day, a Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, where you would take a personality quiz at the beginning of the game, like immediately at the start, and it would give you your Pokemon, like, nature, and then what Pokemon you are, and then you would play the game as that Pokemon.
And what'd you get, Rain?
I took it last night, and I got sassy natured, which is very true.
It's very true.
Yeah.
But I got Torchic.
What?
I don't think that I radiate Torchic energy.
Nah, you definitely do not
I like to
got the
think that
BT.
I was a grass type. But clearly, if you're sassy, you're a fire type.
I could see you as I could see you as like a dark type or like a dark fairy type.
There was no fairy type back then, Colton.
Shut the fuck! I'm doing my best.
No,
I took a personality test to see what Pokemon I was, and it gave me Snorlax. But that's only because it kept asking me what my fucking favorite food was. Of course, I'm gonna get Snorlax if you ask me what my favorite food is 45 times. Oh my god!
But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. I am one of your hosts. I'm Rain.
I'm Colton. Snorlax, apparently.
And we have a guest
Hello.
returning from last week. Please introduce yourself.
What's good? My name's Brianna Rose.
Hey,
How you doing?
I got applause. That's not applause. That's not applause either. That's applause. Yay! Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm really slowly getting closer and closer to taking that away from you.
Where's the camera I can look into, like in the office?
It's right up there.
Oh, I got the sound effect. That
Is
one.
it Eevee?
There we go.
Yeah, just look at Eevee. Like your mine is Espeon over there.
Okay. Colton doesn't get one because he's getting fired
Honestly.
From his own podcast.
Yep.
But yeah, like I said, we're gonna be talking about Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Red and Blue Rescue Team
Yeah.
specifically because they're getting remakes in 3 days.
I think so.
Yes.
March 6th.
The Switch,
Today's the
right?
3rd. Yes.
Yes, the 6th, which is fucking soon.
Yeah. So 3 days from now, we're getting.
That's going to be tomorrow.
What?
Yeah.
Today's the 5th?
This podcast is being aired on the 5th. Thanks for that.
I said 3 days, so I already fucked it up. But anyway, I'm just gonna
know what?
Tomorrow it's coming out.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're recording this on Tuesday, all right?
You know what, Colton?
They know when we. I feel like everyone knows when we record this.
I'm not editing
You know what,
this
Colton?
out.
You know what, Colton? Go fuck yourself.
Okay, I am gonna cut both of you off, just to you know get into the swing of things here. Before we start talking about our actual topic, talk about how everyone's week went.
Yes.
Start with our guest.
So if you listened to last week's podcast, you might remember me talking about how I was currently shiny hunting Darkrai using the
Did
Void
you get
Glitch.
shiny Darkrai?
I did indeed.
Oh shit! How many? So what's the total count?
1,288 resets.
That's a lot of numbers. But that's like nothing compared to like what was it? Diglett was over.
Diglett was
11.
11,444, and I didn't even fucking want it. So for a shiny that I really wanted, I'm happy about that.
All right, let's put it this way. I don't know how you do it because I just got back into RuneScape recently, and I had to do a quest for what's called a clue scroll, where you go around. It's like a scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
I had to do a quest that would have taken 30 minutes, and I was like, nah, fuck that. I'm just gonna go do something else. Like, how do you have the fucking patience?
Honestly, what I've been doing is I've just been watching old seasons of Survivor and doing it at once, especially for Darkrai. When I had the rubber bands on my DS Lite, it was a one-handed hunt because I would just have to press A and then start select. I could just do that both with my thumb, and I would just have the counter in the other hand. So I'd be watching that, just looking down to make sure it's shiny or not, and then just resetting. So it really takes nothing at all. I'm just chilling and having a good time, and then, hello,
God.
you're suddenly purple and pink.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Holy
However,
shit.
I had a heart attack after when I tried to trade it into Heart Gold, which is where he is now. He's safe. But
Right.
I go into the top of the Pokemon Center in Diamond, and my character immediately walks out of bounds.
Oh,
Delicious.
No.
To be fair,
so
that's
funny.
actually how the Void Glitch works, because
Right.
what it does is it sets you back to go out of bounds just by doing that, so that way you're able to just go to do the other routes that are possible. So like you go get Shaman or Cresselia early by doing that. But there's an easy fix. I just have to go to Jubilife City to the GTS Center, which doesn't do fucking anything anymore except help me get out of that hellhole.
Oh, is the GTS is completely shut down, right?
Dude, yeah, it's been shut down for years.
I know, but I'm just saying that's gotta be. What does it say?
It's been 67 years. It just says. Well, I didn't connect.
It's just one text box that says "go away."
It doesn't.
Oh my God.
It doesn't. I didn't try to connect to it because all you have to do is enter to like as if you were going to, and then when it says, "Do you want to connect to the internet?" you just say no and you leave, and then it fixes the issue. And then I just traded my Darkrai into Heart Gold so he could follow me around. So that's all I wanted. But then I did the Void Glitch again, and now I'm hunting for Shaman.
Oh God! Now, when it follows you around in Heart Gold, is it shiny when it follows you around? That's fucking cool.
However, the colors are a little more muted, so you don't see them as vibrantly. But like as someone who has had Darkrai follow them around in Heart Gold before from like past events and everything, I can tell that they're different. It's really cool.
You know, it's really funny when I used to have shiny Pokemon that follow me around when they weren't too different from like when the shiny variants weren't too different. I would literally have to check if they were shiny or not because my dumbass is colorblind. So,
God damn it, Colton.
The only way I was able to
that's
tell.
his fault. You're like, damn it, Colton.
Whenever I see.
It is his fault. Damn it, see colors.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Wow.
I don't understand. Why can't you just see colors? But
Just
like,
because you're colorblind doesn't mean you can see the colors. God damn it.
I'm like,
Jesus.
you can't just ask someone why you're colorblind. But I,
How was your week, Colton?
Oh God. Well, it was. I'm job hunting this week, so that's fun. You were shiny hunting.
Damn right.
I was doing something much less with a much less success rate in job hunting. So that's rough. But yeah, I've been playing some games recently. I'm kind of gearing up for next week's podcast when we do Star Fox 2 or Star Fox.
Just Star Fox.
We just do Star Fox in general. And I played through the entirety of Star Fox 2 with a former guest of the show, Marlon. He came over at like 11 o'clock at night and he's like, bro, Star Fox 2 is on the Super Nintendo for the Switch. And I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah. And I'm like, all right, we got to do it. So I sat down and I started playing it, and it ended up being a much shorter game than I thought. I beat it in one run from start to finish in one night. Like the first time I played it, I beat it. And
Sometimes
like,
it really do be like that.
and it's such a cool fucking game. Did you know there's 6 members of Star Fox? There were 6 members of Star Fox in episode 2 in the sequel.
Episode 2, the Foxening.
Yeah, honestly, it was Mew the cheetah and Faye the dog.
I've never
Star
played
Fox 2, Electric Boogaloo.
I've never played a Star Fox game. So
Same.
don't give me that,
Oh, you
Colton.
guys
I
would
told
love
you.
it.
I told you my vendetta against
Do you like
Fox. so-
Space Invaders and stuff like that? Like just
yeah, I guess.
like space shooters.
I'm
I mean,
really
I
good at
understand.
Galaga.
I understand the concept of it. So
Yeah,
like,
it's just that, but it's so much
yeah.
fun. It's so much fun. I
yeah,
love
but I'm
it.
still salty with Fox and Falco. So
Well,
Hello,
because of
Michael.
Melee.
yeah.
You cannot. All right, you can't like fault the
I'm
characters.
gonna have to cancel you guys in a second. That's next week's topic.
That is next week's topic.
Rain, how's your week been?
I mean, it's been a fucking week. It's been a long week. I did a voice acting audition.
Oh, I did those too. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I did too. No, I didn't.
Colt and I both auditioned
Yeah.
for a Fire Emblem.
Like a fan project.
Yeah,
and it's
so-
really fun.
I auditioned for Constance and Lady Rhea.
Which is the strangest combination of characters I've ever heard you audition anything for.
I mean, yeah, it was for me to audition for like the Pope character
yeah.
is definitely.
Oh, wait, who, is that Lady Rhea?
That's
I
Lady
haven't
Rhea.
played Fire Emblem. So, oh my god.
Yeah,
Rain.
Yeah, Mommy
that's a very,
Pope.
that's
Okay,
very
Satan.
out of like my element to
It's
do.
Satine, actually.
But
Fuck
I
up.
did that, and then no, I didn't have much of an interesting week. After I left the podcast last week, I went home and started playing Platinum.
I know you sent me a
Oh, yeah.
Snapchat of your team.
Yeah,
You also
and as
showed
a
me
meme-
your Luxio fully evolved into Luxray.
Yeah.
I
it
do
has a
appreciate Demi the Luxray,
Dima, yeah.
Dima, and Petra the Crobat.
Petra the Crobat.
Very, very
Dima the
much appreciate.
Luxray. Happy is my Turtwig.
Oh, so cute.
They're all
Wait a
Fire
second,
Emblem characters.
you chose all of our like babes that we talked about last
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. What the fuck,
And
Rain?
they're all
I'm
named
soft.
after Fire Emblem characters.
You didn't name Turtwig Dorothea, who I know that I've been assigned.
Oh no,
Come
I
on.
named
I know the first thing I think of when I see
No.
Dorothea is Torterra.
No, I named Baniri Dorothea.
Yeah,
You know what?
that's much more.
You know what?
If it's better.
I'll fucking take Lopunny. I'll
Yeah.
take that.
Okay. And now, to get back in, since
My
we're already
government-
kind of talking about Pokemon.
My government assigned Fire Emblem kin is Dorothea.
Yeah. Oh god, okay. To jump
Government
off of that topic now.
Okay. Now we have to talk about our Pokemon government assigned kid.
Honestly.
Yeah, which I
Which
guess mine
apparently
was
is-
fucking Torchic.
Mine was Cubone, so
Yeah, I made-
Mine, the very first time I played Red Rescue Team was Chikorita, which is my favorite starter from
I love
Johto,
Chikorita.
so I was very happy.
Yeah, I made Colton take the quiz.
bro, can I just
today.
talk about that for a second?
Please.
Like the questions are a little real. Oh, actually, no, the questions really aren't.
The questions are silly.
They're very sweet and silly. It's just like, do you like, how do you feel when someone calls you like weird but funny? I'm like, oh, I love that. It's fun.
and then it
And then
reads
it
you like a fucking book.
It came out and said, you know,
You're the lonely type. You're the lonely nature.
it seems you're a bit lonely. You're nice and fun and cheery around all your friends, but only because they're there. When you're by yourself, you start to get a little depressed, don't you? I'm like, get the fuck away from me!
I thought Colton was gonna throw.
I was like, oh!
No, like I genuinely thought Colton was gonna throw my DS across the fucking room.
I was like, oh, like, you know the term getting hit close to home?
Yeah.
Like someone just nuked my neighbor's house. Like that's how close to
Damn.
home that hit me.
Yeah, like I literally started the game this morning and like reading it, and it was like, oh, you're sassy and you're this, and I was like, you know, fuck you too. Like I don't remember you being this harsh when I was a kid.
I don't remember what Chikorita's nature was, but I do remember that every other time I played, except for my most recent, I would always like, I used to have I still have it. I have the guidebook, and it has in the Red Rescue Team guidebook all the questions and all the answers to all of them and what points they'll count for what nature. So I'd always fucking rig it so I would get Charmander. And I remember that Charmander was the brave nature. Although I have got it a couple of times just on my own.
Right.
Because it doesn't ask you every question every time. So sometimes you won't get questions for any fucking
Yeah.
Pokemon, you know?
I just couldn't fucking believe how hard they came for me. And I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah, I remember. See, like I remember, and then like, you know, as you get into the later games, like one of them, like you had to put your finger on the screen and it would like read your
that was-
aura.
Yeah,
and,
that
like,
was
stuff like that.
That was
The
Time
next
and Darkness.
one, I
yeah.
think, and then
Time, Darkness, and Sky.
Yeah, and then the latest one, you could
Super-
just pick.
Yeah, Super Mystery Dungeon. Didn't
Which
give
I think-
a fuck.
One of them had Shinx in it, and I would just
That
always
was
yeah,
that
I
was
would-
Time, Darkness, Sky.
yeah, I would always do it to get Shinx.
Now, could you use Zubat at any point?
No, I mean you could recruit
I know you
Zubat.
could recruit Zubat, but I
But,
want to
like,
be
no,
Zubat.
you
No.
couldn't be Zubat.
Oh, no. That's upsetting.
But I restarted the game.
I
Got
played-
Torchic.
I played through the game for this
I've
podcast.
played through the game multiple times.
I know.
But like I restarted it because I got it and my file was gone when I fucking
that's
started
fun.
it this morning.
We love that.
Yeah, so my file was gone, which I was like, wow, thanks God. Like what the fuck, man?
At God, why?
But did my quiz, got Torchic, made my partner Bulbasaur
Of
because
course.
I love Bulbasaur.
Bulbasaur's a good boy.
Favorite of the starters that I was allowed to choose from.
as is your want.
Love Bulbasaur.
He's literally number one.
Like the fucking nerd that I am, named it Fee for Felix, and then named my team.
Bulbasaur's not a Felix,
No,
though.
but
Bulbasaur's more like a Raphael.
but none of them like gave me a Felix vibe.
yeah,
so-
I guess so.
Named my Bulbasaur Felix.
Trico gives me a Felix vibe.
Didn't feel it.
He do when he evolved into Grovyle.
Oh yeah.
I know Felix enough to know that.
But went with
I
Bulbasaur.
think Skeptile won't have a sword.
But went with Bulbasaur, and then my team name is Zoltan after the Sword of Zoltan from Fire Emblem because I am a fucking nerd. And then I couldn't do the fucking battle with Skarmory, and I got annoyed, and then I just let Colton fucking start over so he could take the quiz because I got annoyed.
consistently shit on by Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Oh my god. Although I do love Cubone. Cubone's a good boy. Evolves into Marowak, and it's just I love Marowak.
Very good, Colton.
Absolutely.
I gotta ask a question.
I have to preface this for people who may not know, Bree.
Wow, all right.
I know you two know.
I had an actual question.
Okay.
Yes.
If I'm remembering correctly, because it's been a hot minute. But in Mystery Dungeon,
Sir?
at least in the first one, you don't evolve.
Not until after. Well, this is for every Mystery Dungeon. You don't evolve until after you beat the post game.
Yeah, so but I think, like, your teammates and stuff can all evolve, right?
No one can evolve until after the post game.
Oh my god, I have been
Wow.
assuming that they can all evolve. So pretty much, you go through this entire thing as a starter Pokemon. Like,
That's
you don't
fine.
get to, like, but
Yeah.
like,
I mean, it's supposed to be a cute little game, you know?
but,
Colton has
yeah,
not
except
played
for
this game.
until you're fighting
No.
like Zapdos.
I've been in a mystery
Yeah.
dungeon, but I'd like it to remain a mystery if that's okay.
God damn, dude.
Colton, is there something I need to know about you?
Nope.
He's just salty
Let's
that he
move
got
on.
called the fuck out by a Pokemon game.
Yeah, apparently my house is a dungeon. Jesus fuck.
It is different every time I walk into it.
It's true.
So it would be a mystery dungeon if that's the case.
The most recent, because I like I said before, I played the game for the podcast. Not that I haven't played it before, but I played through it again to refresh my memory. And my most recent playthrough is I'm a Pikachu, and my partner's a Charmander because I just wanted to be self-serving. And let me tell you, Groudon was not fun.
I still don't understand how you can fight these
by the way,
legendary Pokemon.
By the way, this is going to contain spoilers. I know that it's like saying we're spoiling like a game that's 15 years old, literally, but
they
it's
also are remaking it.
exactly. It's literally about to come
Yeah.
out. So, spoilers.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
We need a button.
We do need a spoiler button.
so my team right now is I'm Pikachu, and I'm pretty sure I named myself Honey Marin, and my partner, my Charmander, is Ryder because I'm frozen garbage, and our team name I think is Atahalan. You guys get
me a nerd.
yeah. You guys are making your fucking Fire Emblem jokes. All right, let me
Like Olaf, I'd like to be impaled.
shut the fuck up. Let me have this, you assholes.
No.
I thought for a second I still had my Frozen Steel book in my bag because I had it in there yesterday.
He's just
but,
gonna crack me across the head with it.
exactly. Damn fucking
And
right.
now he's dead.
Thank God.
And then there's Colton. He's dead.
But I'm
DK.
Oh my god.
Colton's dead. All right. Can we do a Donkey Kong episode eventually? That'd
Yes,
be great. Okay,
eventually.
anyway.
All right.
I'm
yes.
gonna get into the plot
Yes, please.
for this game. So the game starts out, right? You take your personality quiz, you get your Pokemon, you get your partner, and bam, it's you waking
wake
up
up.
and being like, with your partner, your partner's like, oh, hey, I'm, so-and-so. Who are you? And you're just like, I'm a human. Why are you talking to me? And they're like, you're a fucking Torchic.
The fuck?
And you're like, the fuck you mean I'm a Torchic? And you look down and you're like, oh shit, I'm a fucking Torchic.
And then
So they Freaky Friday. Like, oh my God!
of.
Wait a minute. Does that mean
there's a Pokemon in a human body? No.
No, that
There's
is
just-
not in fact what that means.
some person going around like
It's like that episode of Pokemon where all the kids were like hypnotized and they were acting like Pokemon. That's what it is.
No, but then before you can even like try to figure out what's going on, I believe it's a Butterfree.
A Butterfree.
Comes flying by and they're like, "Oh my god, my kid got stuck." It's a Caterpie.
In a chasm. A
Aw.
chasm opened up, and their
And he's
Pokemon.
too small to get out. So
And when I tried to help him, Pokemon were attacking me. So you and your partner go into the Tiny Woods and
And
you save him.
you save him. That's what it's
That's
called.
the first dungeon. It's
Yeah.
called Tiny
You
Woods.
go,
that's
you
so
save
cute.
him. You learn how the game works, and then
You learn how to Pokemon all over.
Oh,
how
I
to
love
how
it.
to be a Pokemon, and then you leave, you save the Caterpie, you get some items from the Butterfree for saving their kid, and then your partner's like, we should make a rescue team.
First your partner's like, so, are you fucking homeless?
Oh yeah, here I have somewhere for you to live.
It's insane. Right off the
Yeah,
bat.
Dude,
like,
yeah.
it's wild. My favorite is I wasn't paying attention to the beginning of the game, and like it's pretty much, do you have anywhere to live? And I look up, and all of a sudden my grass teammate has brought me to a house that is pretty much just on fire and is like, I found like you could live here, and I'm like, is this where you live, Bulbasaur? Because this is a risk. You could die at any moment. And then he's like, this is for you. And I'm like, oh, that's my house.
Yeah, no.
What? Because I'm a firebird? You think I want to live in a house that's on fire?
That's
Fuck
racist.
You, Bulbasaur.
That's racist. That's typesist.
But then, you get this house, and then Bulbasaur's like, we should, form a rescue team. And I'm just kind of like...
And you can say no, but then he'll just get really sad.
He'll get sad.
Oh.
So I was just kind of like,
You just said no, the credits roll. Just
No, that's not this kind of
Oh my
game.
God.
But, I'm just like,
it would be
sure,
in line with the rest of it so far. Jesus.
No, but it doesn't do that. But then, you sit there and go, yeah, sure, let's
make a rescue team,
let's be a
buddy.
rescue
You form a rescue team the way I asked you and Zach to do a podcast.
Yeah. pretty much. If I said no, you would have just been really sad.
I wasn't even there when you did that, but I'm gonna go
Yeah,
with
you
yes.
can see it. I was the Charmander.
I
in this
know you,
situation.
Colton.
He's there with a burning house on fire. Let's
The three of
start a
us are
rescue
funny
team.
together. Let's do a podcast. And then you're both like,
me looking at the
he's gonna
shit
be
pile.
really upset if we say no.
Me literally looking at the dumpster fire. Yeah, why not?
I'm pretty sure like one of the things that because like your character doesn't actually talk really, but you do get to hear like their inner monologue in parentheses or whatever. I'm pretty sure one of the things that your character says to themselves is like, oh, I shouldn't say no. Like his eyes are so twinkly and excited.
Oh my God. Wow, I really feel that Charmander.
So like you create your rescue team, and then pretty much fuck wherever your partner lives, right? Your house just becomes like the base. We're gonna send all of your mail here, all of your rescue team stuff to your house,
All
and you're
of
just
your
like,
base are belong to
and
us.
you're just like, oh wow, a fucking later on a Doug Trio fucking like bursts into the like.
You're skipping Thunderwave Cave.
I am for a minute because like your house just literally no joke. Oh hey, save my kid. Bye. And I'm like, bro, this is my house. I live here.
The freedom
You
of
gonna
a
fucking
Doug
pay
Trio.
for that, sir?
My floor destroyed.
There was a door.
But then you become a rescue team. Yay.
And your first mission that you've been given, because like Pelipper, it's so cute how this world works. Pelipper is the mail carrier, and you have a mailbox in front of your house, so he brings you missions and different mails.
This
and
game
stuff.
is adorable and
is really-
horribly real at the same time.
Dude,
Oh, yeah.
you don't even know what this game entails. It's heartbreaking.
Oh no!
Just wait, dude. You're gonna get
fucking-
spoiled to shit.
No,
It fucking gets you.
It really
gets
does.
you deep.
Okay,
Oh,
so
no. It got me deep already, and I literally didn't play anything yet.
oh boy, howdy, this is gonna be a fun podcast for you,
Oh,
Colton.
God.
Buckle up.
Strap in.
So Pelipper brings you the mail, and the first mission that you get is from a Magnemite, and he's going, my friends went into this cave, and they got pulled together by electric magnetic waves. Thankfully, there are only two of them, so they can't form a magneton, but can you please go and help them so they can escape? And you go to Thunderwave Cave, and that's your second dungeon.
Oh my
and it's really
God.
cool. And they want to join your team afterwards, but it's like, you guys don't have a place to fucking live, so you don't have a place nearby to live, so they leave. And
Oh
then,
wow! What if you just turn to them and it's like, we don't want you fucking herbs on our team? Just like,
Well, people, I think like while you're like in dungeons, you can like after you like defeat a Pokemon, sometimes they'll be like, "Oh, I want to join your team," and then
Well,
I'm
that's-
always that guy that's like, "No."
Well, that's
Use my
what
fucking
happens. Sorry, excuse me. That happens after the mission where Doug Trio fucking busts into your goddamn house.
Yeah, because the trio just fucking thinks he owns the place. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah.
technically, anywhere with ground he owns.
No, that's.
I live here.
We're not playing by fucking Mufasa's rules. I don't give a fuck what the light
Like
touches.
it's just like three move. Simba, Simba, Simba.
God damn it. Rain's trying so hard to keep us under control.
I'm sorry,
Really trying.
So stupid.
I'm thinking about the animation that's from I Hate You. Okay. So Doug Trio busts into your house and is like, hey, so the earthquake that we all felt last night, you felt that, right? My kid got fucking kidnapped. Can you go help him?
Oh yeah, he got kidnapped by Skarmory.
Yeah, he went to this place called Mount Steel. Can you please go help him? He's on floor 9.
Okay, first of all, do we get to find out what a Diglett looks like out of the ground? Because how the fuck he get up there?
But they make a joke about it.
Oh no!
After you save him, so you get to the top of Mount Steel and you defeat Skarmory. That's your boss battle. And afterwards, you're like, oh god, because there's like between you and the platform that Diglett's on, there's like a fucking endless abyss. So it's like, oh, how are we gonna do this? So the Magnemites show up and they're like, we can help you. So they manage to get Diglett from there and bring him back. And when you get back to your rescue team base and you're there with Diglett, Doug Trio, and the Magnemites, Diglett's like, man, it feels so good to like have my feet on the ground, and everyone's like, feet? He has them.
I've always imagined just like, have you ever seen like there's this guy Zamseer on Twitter. He has this thing called Egg Dog. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's literally just like a fucking egg with a dog's face and feet. Like that's all I think about. I just think of Diglett with as an egg with feet.
Correct.
I think about Diglett with Kirby feet.
Honestly, that's
how I picture it.
Pretty good too. Oh yeah, I remember seeing that picture. He's got feet.
He has them. But it's after Mount Steel that the Wigglytuff Club opens in Pokemon Square, and you can go and get friend areas. And that's when, if you have the correct friend area, if you defeat a Pokemon in a dungeon, they sometimes will ask to join your team.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah. So, and then that's when you find out like where you can go fucking visit your partner wherever they're living, because you can go to their friend area because you have it,
right? And
you have your own. So sometimes you can fucking manipulate your starter to get a good friend area, so that way you can recruit cool Pokemon. I've done that before.
Awesome. All right, so let's go. Let's keep going. I want to hear what's next.
So
I love these Magnemites, by the way. Magnemite's one of my favorite Pokemon.
Magnemite joins your team.
I love Magnemite. I love him.
After the Wigglytuff Club opens, Magnemite's like, hey, could you maybe give them the power plant friend area? Because I really want to join their team, but I don't want them to fucking trek here. And Wigglytuff's like, yeah, sure. So he gives it to you for free. So Magnemite joins your team.
I love, like, Magnemite is just such a cool fucking Pokemon.
Yeah.
And Magneton and Magnezone are just some of my favorites.
Well, Magnezone was not in this game.
I know, but I'm just saying.
This went to Gen 3.
I know, I'm just saying, no.
Whatever, Colton. Fuck off.
Can you let him have this?
No.
Can I just gush about fucking Magnemite? God.
No. Absolutely not.
Ball bearing with magnets for
dude. You invited me here. There is no fun allowed.
Hold on a minute.
What?
It's like one of the first times I'm defending Colton. You're gonna fucking respect that on this podcast.
Wow.
I'll cut your mic
Rain,
off.
thank you.
I'm the guest.
This is the only time
you can leave.
This is the only time I've been defended on my own fucking podcast.
It's true. I really don't defend Colton.
Great. I'm so glad this happened like 23 episodes in.
Yeah, really. Like,
I'm glad I was here for this momentous occasion.
This is like 23 or 24 episodes in, and I'm finally doing it. But
but your team keeps doing different rescue missions, and then I remember like after one thing happens, you're in Pokemon Square and you're talking to people, but then like the camera pans down and there's a Gengar behind a tree going like
I remember that.
I wish.
I can't wait to fuck this shit up.
Literally. And then he comes barreling in with his rescue team, which is Team Meanies, and they're set on world domination. So
that doesn't sound much like a rescue team. That sounds like the opposite of a rescue team.
Well, they have to register as a rescue team.
Oh my god!
In order to be respected enough.
That's
well,
funny.
they're walking around bullying everybody. Yeah, fucking give us your missions. We fucking rescue you. So
you could pay us.
Pay us, bitch.
Got it.
I feel like they're the type of people that are putting you into the situation and then saving you from the situation.
Oh, absolutely.
Man.
So you could reimburse them.
Yeah.
But it's a team of a Gengar, a Medicham, and an Ekans.
Yeah, that sounds
and they're
about
Team
right.
Meanies.
I always had a bad feeling about Medicham. Always.
Yeah, fuck that monkey. But yeah, so at one point there's the Caterpie that you save in the very beginning is like, My brother Metapod got fucking lost in the woods we were playing, and he can't get out.
I wonder fucking why.
And Team Meanies is like, we'll save him, and then as repayment, you can join our rescue team, and you can do all the grunt work. And Caterpie's like, I don't want to join their team.
Oh, no.
So, you being the good guy is like, we'll go help him.
First of all, Caterpie, how the fuck you gonna take your brother to the woods? He ain't got fucking arms or legs. He's got no mode of motion.
He can
He got there. He can hop. That's how he moves in the game, but, like, he got lost.
Fucking
Motherfucker's
idiot.
still in there, yeah.
Fucking idiot.
He's just hardening himself so he doesn't get fucking hurt.
How you gonna take a bouncing croissant into the woods and not keep an eye on him?
Like, Caterpie, what do you want a Caterpie to fucking do?
Wait, whoa, my favorite is that Metapod's the older brother.
I know,
Yeah.
but it's like if my brother was in a full body cast, I'm not taking him to karate.
That's exactly where I'm taking him. Hold the phone.
Oh my god! Wow. Okay, so Caterpie is like, nah, I don't want to join this. Now what?
Yeah, so you go to the Sinister Woods and you go find Metapod, and before you do that, you have to fucking kick Team Meanie's shit in, and you do that, and then they run away.
Good.
Not forever, though.
Okay.
They're still around.
Do they become nice later on?
Fuck no.
Great.
no.
Okay.
Absolutely not.
I love Gengar,
Gengar
but I hate
gets-
this Gengar.
Gengar gets so much worse. Anyways, so I'm pretty sure the next like major plot point is that a Jumpluff went to town and was like, please help. My friend got caught in a tree and this no. Wait, hear me out. My friend got caught in a tree in this really scary chasm, and there's no wind to blow him out. There's because the whole thing about this world is that, and the reason that rescue teams are so necessary is that natural disasters just keep happening left and right. And no one really knows why.
Yeah, we're gonna go kick Groudon's ass for that, but like,
not yet.
oh yeah,
We don't know that yet.
Is that a thing?
Yes.
Oh shit. Okay.
We don't know that
well,
yet.
I know that's a thing. It's all the legendaries getting mad.
Yeah, well, so Jumpluff is like, there's no wind to blow my friend out of the tree. Someone please help. So a Shiftry, who's part of like this other rescue team, is like, I'm not gonna go unless you pay me well. And then this super really cool rescue team called the ACT, which is Alakazam, Charizard, Tyranitar. They're like
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah, they're like the top of the top, the creme de la creme.
Them.
Yeah, so they're gold rank rescue team, so they're like super respected, and they're like, you're gonna go because your Leafy fans can whip up wins super easy, and you're gonna go help that Jumpluff. And he's like, okay, Alakazam, I guess.
I don't want to get my shit kicked in.
Oh
Literally.
my god, yeah. If a Tyranitar told me to do anything, I'm just like, well, I don't really have much of a choice.
Looking at the grave I'm about to be in, or looking at doing the thing, I guess I'll do the thing.
Yeah, honestly.
But then days go by and Shiftry doesn't fucking come back, nor does the Jumpluff. So everyone's like, yeah.
Shiftry got.
So you're
man.
like, we're gonna go investigate. So you do. So you go to Mount Thunder and you go all the way to the top, and that's when Zapdos is like, fuck you guys.
We were just talking about Zapdos last week. I happen to love Zapdos, but I completely recognize that he is just a spiky electric chicken asshole. Like,
Is there a problem with that?
no, he's a great Pokemon. But when I was laughing so hard about the fucking Jumpluff, all I could just imagine is just like a single tree in a field, like a whole field with one tree. Like
That's where Jumpluff is.
he's just got blown doors like, no. Just stop. Help!
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 So
Help!
so you have to go. So Zapdos is like, if you want Shiftry back, you've got to fight me. So you have to.
Oh my god.
So you have to. Oh, first you find the Jumpluff at Silent Chasm, which is where you find Zapdos. And Zapdos is like, if you want, Shiftry came to my fucking house. You want him back? Meet me on Mount Thunder and
Tell me
duke it
Shiftry's
out.
also in the fucking tree.
No. No.
Zapdos just takes the tree. If you want this back, you gotta fucking fight me, bitch. And
No,
it's like,
Zapdos kind of like put him in limbo because when you eventually get him back,
my God.
he like reappears in like this light orb. It's like, where the fuck were you hiding him, dude?
Oh my god! What?
Zapdos, I'm secretly God.
Yeah. So you go to Mount Thunder, kick Zapdos' shit in, and you're like, look, dude, natural disasters have been happening everywhere. Shiftry was just coming here to help, and Zapdos is like, all right, whatever.
This is still my house, though. So maybe
This is still my
knock
house, so
next
get the
time.
fuck out.
Yo, if you catch a Zapdos, that's Felix. There you go.
Could you fucking knock next time you show up at my fucking house?
So then things are pretty like okay for a while. But you're feeling kind of weird because it's like, I'm a human. Like, why am I even fucking here? Also, not to mention, throughout this...
dreams.
Yeah, I was just about to say, throughout this entire time, like, even before Mount Steel, you're having these dreams, and, like, there's a voice that's kind of trying to talk to you.
And at one point, just before Mount Steel, you're like, is that a Pokemon? It looks like a Pokemon, but I can't hear what it's saying, and I can't make out what Pokemon it is.
And it's, like, the sprite's, like, flickering, so you can't really see it.
Right.
But eventually, you're able to kind of see it's a Gardevoir, and it's trying to talk to you, and you're like, that's really weird. So you go into Pokemon Square, and you're like confused and all that shit. I forget. I did just replay this, but I forget how it came around that you went to go talk to Wish Cash because
I fucking love that idiot.
The town elder is a Wish Cash, and he
Of
chills in his
course he
pond,
is.
and he's like, oh, you're wondering about the legend of like Ninetales or whatever. Oh, I think I think Gardevoir.
Legend of Ninetales or whatever.
I think Gardevoir does eventually start being able to talk to you after you beat Zapdos, and is like mentions something that tips you off about like some sort of legend about Ninetales, and that's
Right.
why you go to Wish Cash because it's like, oh, well, he's old, so he probably knows.
Just side note, not a good thing to do in real life. Just because somebody's old, they probably does not mean they know.
No, but apparently, like the fucking mudfish is, well
yeah.
respected.
Of
so
course.
you go talk to him, and you hear about this legend of a human who went and pulled on one of Ninetales' tails, and it cursed him. And before the Ninetales was able to curse him, his partner Pokemon, which was a Gardevoir, jumped into the way and took the curse.
Oh no!
And
Fuck that guy. Fuck the guy who did that.
And the Ninetales was like, do you want to take Gardevoir's place? Because otherwise Gardevoir is going to fucking die. And he ran away before he even answered.
Oh,
so Gardevoir.
fuck that.
So that's the Gardevoir that's in your dreams. So it's like, if I'm a human and I'm seeing Gardevoir in my dreams, was that me? Did I do that?
Am I an asshole?
I think so, yeah.
But Gengar overhears you and your partner talking and having this panic, and is like, oh, you were a human, huh? Okay, cool. So basically what he does is he goes into Pokemon Square and is like, hey, you know all those natural disasters that have been happening? You know about everything that's been going wrong in this world? That's because Ninetales put a fucking curse on the world because some human decided to fuck over their partner. And that human would be you. And everyone's like, wait, what? You're human? And you're like,
I'm a Torchic. Run.
Look at these feathers!
So everyone wants your fucking blood. And Alakazam and his team come up to you and they're like, look, we're going to give you the night to get your shit together, and you need to fucking leave. You need to run away and find the truth. But, like, don't let us catch you, because we will have to kill you if we find you.
Oh my god.
Let me tell you.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
We're trying to help you, but also we will kill you.
How is this a problem? They have so much more work. They're getting paid so much more often.
What do you mean?
Like, because the natural disaster... I mean, it's a terrible thing to think about it,
Yeah,
but the
but
rescue teams are getting paid for this shit.
Yeah, but they also would rather also not have to put themselves into mortal danger on a daily basis.
They're
which
getting
is basically
paid.
It doesn't matter.
Maybe it's just because I'm, like, an American, but they're getting paid.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, you lonely ass
This is-
Cubone.
all right, this is like when people are like, oh, honey, it's fine that you threw your napkin on the floor. They get paid. No,
Yeah.
there's common decency and people wanting, like, peace and
Yeah.
shit.
So yeah, Alakazam is basically like, I like you enough that I'm not gonna kill you on sight right now, but the next time we meet, it's gonna fucking go down. So don't let me catch you.
Oh,
You
my
best
God.
you best be getting the truth before we meet.
Exactly, and then you go out on your Frozen 2 journey. That's kind
Will
okay.
you let it go. Just let it go. Let it go.
You know, sir, that wasn't funny. No, don't fucking.
Got it. I hit it twice. That's why it just sounded like I just smacked the drum. Yeah, you can do that if you want. You've been wanting to do that this whole show, I know.
I really love pushing buttons.
So
But yeah, you gotta fucking run.
yeah, let me tell you, the first time I ever played that, like as a kid, the sense of dread that sets in when all of your friends from Pokemon Square suddenly they want you
Oh my
fucking dead.
God, that's so fucked.
It's
Fuck
really
that
sad.
Gengar.
I was gonna say, my thing with this game, right, is you all know, like, their fucking team name is Team Meanies. Like, Gengar fucking sucks, and yet they all still choose to believe him.
Yeah.
Which
that's
if
the
I have
shitty
never
part.
Well,
seen,
this
wait,
is-
no, hold on. If I've never seen anything more related to the real world than that.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing. When everyone's like, wait, are you a human? Is that true? Like, you and your partner are too good to lie to them. It's not that you necessarily say yes, but like...
And not only that, but because they believe that ridiculous fucking thing, what makes them doubt the other ridiculous thing that Gengar said?
Yeah.
You know? It's... Wow.
But it's
what
like,
the
why?
fuck?
But it's like at that point when shit's so bad in the world, why take the chance? If you could eliminate one fucking person and it saves the world, why wouldn't you do it? Right?
Yeah, that's
So,
some
that's-
deep theming right there.
Yeah, let me tell you, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon's fucking
Yeah, I
dark.
think I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna buy this game.
Dude, I'm really excited for the remakes.
Oh
but
my
anyways, so you go
Fuck
out.
Gengar, man. Like I used to love Gengar. I just hate this particular Gengar.
So you go
But-
out on. You're now fugitives. You and your partner are fugitives, and you're.
Oh my
going
God, he
across
still
the world.
comes with you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, your partner's still with you.
Oh, I
Excuse
love
me, you
that.
are partners. It's blood. This is like
Oh,
a blood
I
oath.
love that.
This is
Yeah.
like if I had to go into hiding.
Oh
I
yeah.
think you guys would come with me,
Absolutely.
maybe.
Because like it's because you they are like
I don't
all
know
right.
if you'd
So
want me to come with you because I'm very conspicuous.
Alright, I'm probably just gonna take my fiance and
Yeah,
book it.
I'm not good at hiding. I'm
You
very
think-
loud and large. So
are they conspicuous too?
Don't be suspicious.
I know them well. They're just
Oh
as
my
conspicuous as
God.
Colton.
yeah, I was about to say.
No, it's fine. We'll be fine.
Anyways,
We're going to take a quick break. Let's hear from our sponsor.
Hudson Valley CBD is New York's favorite brand for lab-tested quality CBD. They've got topicals, they've got tinctures, they've got capsules, and they've got more, which is obviously the most exciting part. They're also available with free shipping at hudsonvalleycbd.com, where you can use our promo code NERD, that's N-E-R-D, for 20% off your order. Get some and get relaxed.
so you guys go out and you're fugitives, and you come to this. You're like these rescue teams are right on your fucking tail, so you have to like keep going. There is no time to stop.
There's no stopping.
There is no stopping.
Only go.
And you come to this giant volcano mountain called Mount Blaze, and you go all the way to the top. And all the rescue teams were like, "We're not fucking going in there. Are you kidding me? That's a death sentence."
Me bringing my Bulbasaur partner in there, like, it'll be fine!
Yeah.
Come on, Bulby boy.
So you go up there and you get to the top, and Moltres is like, "Hold it, sir."
Mulch like, hold the fuck up.
Oh, these people don't knock before they enter!
And Moltres is like, "My volcano is dying," and they're like, "Are you sure? It looks pretty fucking alive to
First
us."
of all, how does that work? And second, what?
Me looking at the lava. You sure?
Yeah, but like Moltres is like, these earthquakes and everything. I don't know what's going on, but I don't want anyone on my fucking mountain, and you're coming into my goddamn house. So you have to fight Moltres. And then you do, and you're like, "Look, dude, we just want to leave. We just want to fucking go. We're trying to figure out why these disasters are going on. Like, we want to fix them." And Moltres is like, "Fine, I will let you go, but I will fucking hold you to that promise that you will fix things. So you better keep your word, or I'll be visiting you, sir."
Bro, listen, you know what? I think I would have just hopped into the volcano at that point. Oh my god, man, that's terrible.
Yeah. And then you keep going and you go through this icy woods, and then at the top of that mountain,
Articuno.
Exactly. Yeah. But before you get to the mountain, you see an Absol running around. You're like, hello, who are you? And he doesn't say anything to you. He just fucking goes.
Of course he does. That's Absol. He's just Shadow the Hedgehog of the fucking Pokemon world. Similar
to Moltres, Articuno's like, my woods are warming up. The snow is melting. Like, this isn't fucking cool. No pun intended. So you beat... Thank you. You beat Articuno, and Articuno is like, no, I'm not fucking done. I'm going to kill you guys. But then
Articuno is me.
Yeah, Articuno is also the fucking worst to fight out of the three of them because it knows Powder Snow, which hits both you and your partner.
Yeah.
So if you don't have fucking Reviver Seeds, you're fucked.
Oh my god.
Because you're babies fighting gods.
Yeah.
And somehow winning.
Isn't that just a metaphor for life?
Yeah, so...
Honestly, that's a great movie title, Babies Fighting Gods. Like, come on.
You don't even have to pay me for it. You're welcome.
Honestly, Alec Baldwin needs to play the main character. And
oh, God. Is this a Boss Baby spinoff?
Maybe a Boss Baby.
Jesus.
No.
All right, anyway.
So Absol comes in and is like, no, Articuno, like, I can tell you, like, the world's fucked. It's not just here. Let them pass. They're trying to help. And then, Absol decides to join you guys to make sure that the rest of your journey is safe. And then the next place you go to is Mount Freeze, and I think it's Mount Freeze. Yeah, I think so. And that's where you find Ninetales. But before you do, Alakazam and his team find you and they try to kick your shit in.
Do. I feel like you would just see Ninetales and run up to Ninetales, like, you know how SpongeBob like chokes Mr. Krabs in his office?
Yeah.
You're not gonna hire him back. Like, it's just, you're not gonna undo the stupid curse. Over a fucking time.
Well, okay, so Alakazam finds you and starts trying to fight you, but that's when Ninetales is like, fucking enough. And he comes down and everyone's like, whoa, you're real. And Ninetales is like,
yeah, I'm real.
Y'all thought I was fucking dead.
Get ready for the rematch.
But Ninetales is like, look, y'all need to chill. This is not the human from that legend. This is a human, but this is not the human who betrayed Gardevoir. And they are not the cause of these natural disasters.
It is you, Alakazam. Could you fucking imagine?
It's you, Gengar.
I would be like, fuck yeah.
Torchic pulls out a Glock.
Oh, all right. So after,
you mess with the chick, you hear click, click.
Jesus Christ. So you go back with Alakazam and everyone, and Gengar's like, look, they came back to the village. Everyone get them. And Alakazam was like, actually, Ninetales said that you're full of shit. And everyone's like, Alakazam said you're full of shit, so you're full of shit. So he runs away, Gengar.
Good. Fuck Gengar.
However, you would think that everything would be all hunky-dory, but the earthquakes start getting a lot worse. And that's when Alakazam is like, I can sense it. Beneath the Earth's crust, Groudon is awakened. So a bunch of rescue teams get themselves together and they're like, we're going to send our best.
Shit, they're
and
scrambling the jets.
Yeah, they're going to go fight Groudon. And then, similar to Shiftry, weeks go by. They never come back.
Oh, no.
So then Alakazam and his team are like, we're going to go fight Groudon. Weeks go by. They don't fucking come back.
Not them too.
And then our tiny baby selves go, we're going to go. Well, if the adults couldn't do it, we're gonna go fight Groudon.
So
my
okay.
dumb little Cubone ass. I'm gonna go fight Groudon.
So let me tell you. Okay, so you wouldn't know, Colton, because you haven't played these games. But in these longer dungeons with these giant boss fights at the end, there's like a main part of the dungeon, and then there's the peak or like the lowest piece, depending on what kind of place it is.
Right.
And there's usually a place for you to save in the middle of it. But let me tell you, when I was a kid and I was playing this game and I had to go fight Groudon, I despised, because like Groudon's like whole dungeon is so difficult because it's full of Onyx, Steelix, like all of these like
I love
golems.
Steelix.
Like it's full of all these like really fucking hard to defeat Pokemon, and
I'm a fucking Torchic.
yeah, you know. So I remember having to watch these fucking cutscenes, like, and they were long ass cutscenes too. I would have to watch it
And you don't
time
get
and
to
time.
skip those
You
shit.
don't get to skip
It's
them.
like Kingdom Hearts 1 all over again. You
Dude,
ain't
I'm
skipping
just
that
saying,
shit.
during the fucking remakes, they better allow us to skip cutscenes, or I'm gonna commit Sudoku.
You know they're not going to. 9 in the top right-hand corner.
But yeah, so you go fight Groudon, and when you do, it's like, great, earthquakes are done. You save Alakazam and his team, like, they're fine. You go back, and the earthquakes kind of do subside, but then...
It starts to rain, doesn't it?
No.
Oh,
No.
like a fucking biblical flood. Just
So, I forgot to talk about this before you got... before you went on the run, you went to speak to Xatu on this, like, hilltop or whatever. Because Xatu stares at the sun all day and he knows everything. That's where Gengar overheard you were a human.
You just
That's
put your
relatable.
you just put your ears near Zatu's head. You just hear
Yeah.
his fucking
So-
eyes just sizzling.
So things are still like, I mean, the earthquakes are kind of fine, but like the world's still fucked, even though you beat Groudon. So you go up to Xatu, and Zatu's like, the end is near. The end is near, guys.
nigh.
There's a giant star heading straight for us, and it's going to destroy all life.
Oh,
And there's only one Pokemon in the world that could stop that from happening.
oh!
Can you guess who that
Is it
would be?
Rayquaza?
It is.
It's me, Torchic.
It's me, Cubone.
So
Oh, it's Deoxys.
no,
Oh,
it's just Rayquaza. So it is
it's just a fucking rock hurtling towards the. All right.
your purpose there as a human. What you learn from Gardevoir is to save the world. That's why you're here. That is why you were turned into a Pokemon. Is to do.
I don't know, man. I
is
feel
to-
like I could do a lot better as a as a person.
No. You were brought to the Pokemon world to save the Pokemon world from that star. So you have to go get Rayquaza to stop it, and then your mission's complete. You did it.
Rayquaza's like, fuck you, bitch, I ain't do shit.
Also, his dungeon is full of fuck shit. Sky Tower, dopest music in the game. Love it. It like really sets the tone. Like, it's gorgeous. I hate going in there. It's like a fucking maze every time. The Pokemon that you find in there are Salamence, Flygon, Aerodactyl, Altaria, Tropius. Like,
I need a nice type immediately.
I needed a fucking adult. Yeah, so, and then you have to fight fucking Rayquaza, which is not easy for all of your baby Pokemon.
Honest, yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah, but then Rayquaza, you beat Rayquaza, and it's like, look, we don't want to fight you. We want to, that star is going to kill all of us. You can stop that. And Rayquaza's like, fine, you fucking
I ain't want to do
babies.
shit, but
fuck,
alright.
Rick? You will die too.
Nah, Rayquaza's
No,
like,
he won't.
I go to space, you all
Yeah.
die.
He lives in the ozone layer. He doesn't live on the fucking Earth. He's like, I don't give a fuck. So that's why you fight him, to get him to do it.
Rayquaza.
Me tying Rayquaza into a knot, like, motherfucker, you are gonna do
I will
this.
turn you into an Annie Ann's pretzel. I swear to fucking God.
Sir, I will wear you like a scarf. So
I need a new belt.
So you defeat Rayquaza. Rayquaza's like, fine. He goes and destroys the star, and everything is great. You guys are brought back down to the hilltop with Xatu and everyone. However, Gardevoir, like, is like a ghost kind of beside you. Is like, you did it. You did your thing. You gotta
Bye.
go. You gotta go now. And you start disappearing. You start like Thanos snapping away.
Oh no!
And your partner's like,
Mr.
wait.
Stark, I don't feel so good.
Oh,
And your
Your
no!
partner's like, wait, what's happening?
No!
And you start vanishing. And you're like, hey, so I kind of gotta leave. Like, I did my thing. I gotta go. And your partner's like, wait, you can't stay. You can't just be here. What about our rescue team? And you're like, look, I really loved spending time with you, but I gotta dip,
Listen,
dude.
man, rescue team Zoltan, it's on you now.
Oh no!
Yeah. So you're
I'm
gone.
so upset.
And then the credits roll.
Please tell me there's like an after credit scene where you're like, there's a human being and he's like, they're just sitting there and all of a sudden like a little squad of Pokemon just comes up and they're like, that's just it?
No,
Okay.
it's not
I
it.
was like, that's so fucked up.
No. After the credits finish, there's a little cutscene, and it's like because you float off in this ball of light, and it's like your soul's going back to the human world. But then there's like an inner monologue, and it's like I don't want to leave my partner. I don't want to leave our rescue team. I liked the life that we had, so you go back, and you get to be with your partner, and you get to have your rescue team.
Fuck your human life, though.
Honestly,
Yeah, fuck your human life.
If I could be a Pokemon, you think I fucking wouldn't? Like
Pokemon
Yeah.
don't have to pay taxes.
exactly.
Dude. They could commit tax fraud all they
What
want.
I wouldn't give to just be a Crobat. Like,
So yeah, that's the main story of Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
that's so fucking cool. I
Yeah.
love that.
Yeah.
Why is this game not more popular?
Because people were very into the mainstream Pokemon games
Oh
and
my
stuff like
god,
that.
I fucking love that.
I feel like when it came out though, like it was like, like a lot of people weren't super into that kind of game anymore.
Yeah, it got more popular with the second versions of it when because the second ones had
Well,
all
like Fire
generation.
Emblem, it took 17 games for it
Yeah.
to become popular.
It
so-
will like it had Gen 4 and everything, and like you could be a Riolu in that game as one of your
yeah.
starters. So everyone was like,
Shanks.
yeah, you could also be Shanks.
Which was what got me on board. I love Shanks.
Could you have Magnezone, or do you fight a Magnezone?
No, but there's a special type of mission that was introduced in the second game called Outlaw missions, where you would go and apprehend criminals, and the officer who would help you apprehend them is Officer Magnezone.
I am buying this game tomorrow.
Dude, it's so fun.
Oh my god, that makes me so
I
happy.
also like I feel like as they continued with the series though, it then fell out again. Like people didn't like it. So like
Because-
the last one, a lot of people really didn't like. I had problems with the last one that came out. I didn't like it.
So Red and Blue Rescue Team were like beautiful. Time and Darkness and then Sky eventually, which is like kind of like the platinum of the series. It added a shaman and Manaphy missions. So cool stuff.
Yeah.
Those were like they took everything from Red and Blue Rescue Team and improved on it and made it so much better. We don't fucking talk about Gates to Infinity because it fucking sucks
It was
because it's part
terrible.
of Gen 5 and everything from Gen 5 is awful.
Really? It
Yep.
was that bad?
It was really bad.
it was
Oh.
cool. It was not good.
Oh no.
It was like supremely bad, which
kinda
sucks because
loved-
it looked really nice because it had 3D graphics.
right.
Not that I prefer the sprites over the 3D,
Well,
but
the
it did
sprites are
look
cute.
It did look really cool. So like visually it was nice, but I fucking hated it. I didn't even finish it because I really didn't like it that much, which sucks because I love Mystery Dungeon.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
You all right?
I hit the mic with my elbow and I thought it was gonna like fall, and I was like, it's gonna die. I'm gonna break everything.
Well, that's the end of the podcast. But oh my god, that's
And then the last one was Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon, which I enjoyed more than Gates to Infinity, but it still wasn't. It wasn't Mystery Dungeon.
yeah.
This is the thing. Every Mystery Dungeon game like wants to have this emotional punch, which the first two sets of games absolutely did. The third one didn't.
They're just
in my-
trying too hard for
The
it.
third one tried
They
too
were
hard.
Reaching for something that just wasn't there.
I liked the newest one. I liked Super Mystery Dungeon, what they did with it. I'm not going to spoil that one because I think that one's still worth playing. I think the things that they did with it was really interesting. I think the final boss in that game is fuck shit, but you know. But I did really like the ideas that they put into motion with Super Mystery Dungeon. So for that, I do recommend playing it.
Right.
And I like their post game, or at least the beginning of it, when like right after the story ends. So there's that. But yeah, Red and Blue Rescue Team though were like really like this wouldn't be what it is today if it weren't for those first two games. They were just like really fucking fun and immaculate, and there was so much to do after you beat the game because there were like dungeons with 99 floors. Some of them had their own set of win conditions. It was like
fucking
you can't
God.
come in with any items and you start at level 1. You know.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah. and you could like go and recruit legendary Pokemon and everything. Like it
Oh,
was
that's
really
cool.
cool.
Me going around with my squad. So here's Zapdos, Ultras, Articuno. Let's go, boys!
Dude, back in the
And
day,
I'm a Torchic still.
back in the day, I would have my most powerful Pokemon to bring anywhere was Moltres. I brought it to go fight Kyogre because it was just that fucking strong on its own, and it knew Flamethrower twice. You can know moves twice in this game, which is really funny.
Is it like double the power of it?
No. You can just have like 2 slots learned Flamethrower or like a specific move. It's
Wow.
yeah.
So you
My
can just use it
favorite.
twice as much?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
shit.
think my favorite thing to do would be going through a dungeon with just all of my items being blast seeds. So, like, it'd be like a seed that your Pokemon would eat,
Right.
and it would immediately use it, like, as, like, a fire move.
Oh,
kind
my
of thing.
God.
And I would just be like, oh, Pokemon blast seed. Oh,
Yeah, so you
Pokemon
could-
blast seed.
Yeah, so
I
you could
am
either
the Torchic grenade.
you can either eat it and it would blast right in front of you. It wasn't a typed move, but it did like a fixed amount of damage. Or you could throw it and it would blow up. Or the Pokemon that you threw that had a chance of catching it, which would not be good. Because then
my
they could
God.
throw it back at you.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it was not a good time.
Yeah,
Not a good
but
time for that.
also there were just a bunch of different things in the post game that were like story missions that had its own little string in the post game. I think my favorite one was when you got to go find Entei, Raikou, and Suicune. You had to recruit Zapdos, Moltres, and Lugia first, and then they would make like this clear gem or whatever, and then you would have to go fight Entei, Raikou, and Suicune, and then you could go fight Ho-Oh. It was really fun.
Shit, that's pretty cool. I love that. Shit, I want to buy this game.
There's also like actual plot in this post game, but I'm not gonna spoil you for that because
Yes.
I want you to discover
do
that
that.
yourself. I just spoiled the whole rest of the game,
Yeah,
but
for
like,
real.
yeah, it's really cool, and the stuff like. When I got this game, I didn't expect it to be so story driven. Like I was a kid, I was like, I get to be a Pokemon, fucking sick.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but then it like made me cry.
Yeah, it
a
made
lot.
me cry as a fucking 26-year-old man. Like in the beginning, before I even saw myself.
Yeah.
Oh
So
my
just
God.
imagine
Got
playing
fucking
it.
red.
Yeah, I got
Like
wrecked.
I know we just spoiled this whole game for you now, but like
I'm
I
sure if
can't
I,
wait.
like-
I can't wait for you to live it
Yeah.
and be like hurt.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Yeah.
there's like a difference between like I could tell you like Kingdom Hearts, like I know all about it,
Yeah.
but then like there's a difference between you sitting down and playing it and feeling the emotions.
Of course.
That's how it is like with these games.
Well, I gotta go play it. But that was great. And Mystery Dungeon, the remakes come out tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Tomorrow, definitely tomorrow.
100%
Yes,
tomorrow.
March 6th.
That's tomorrow. Today is the 5th.
Happy This is not Wednesday.
Happy
Thursday.
Thursday.
I don't know when the fuck it is. Just tell us your social media.
Hi. You can find me on Instagram at Wicked Brittle. Also on TikTok, which is also Wicked Brittle. And if you like fantasy stuff, you should join my friend Jasmine's tag War of Viridian. Just saying.
I was told I should start a TikTok.
Do it.
So-
Dude, join our
TikTok.
tag. Join our tag, please. It's so
right.
much fun.
All right, I'll do
we
it.
have a Discord server and like everyone's really
Oh,
cool.
God. All right. I'll try it.
Dude, yes. Oh my
Rin,
God.
your
I'm going to
social
help
media?
you.
My social media, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Oh No It's Rain. And technically, I do have a TikTok. I've made one TikTok under Rain no Akasuna.
You should also join War of Viridian.
That involves a lot of work that I will not be
I think I
putting
made
into
one
anything.
TikTok also, and it was when the crispy Sprite meme was a thing. So,
I'm going to get both of you
Colton-
in on this.
Colton, your social media.
oh, yes. I forgot about that. My Instagram is The Board Tender, and on Twitter, it's C-Train Media. So check it out.
If you're interested in following us, you can follow us on Twitter at the Triforce
Underscore. Yes.
on Instagram at the Triforce, and then we also stream on Twitch at the Triforce with an underscore. If you are the owner of just the Triforce,
Whoever's
it's
the
been
owner of the
9
white
years. Please give it back. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll be back next week with Colton's
Stairfax
Oh,
temperatures.
God.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for Star Fox. I'm so excited. I have been waiting so long for this. So join us next week.
Thank you guys.
Alrighty.
This is fun. This is
Yes.
really fun. Thanks for coming on, Bria.
Alright.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
All
Good
right.
night.
Goodbye.